yeah. Don't be stressing on the dumb shit, 'cause God is gonna make a way. Just keep going and keep your faith, so you can win this race. This race called life, yeah, yeah. This race called life. This race called life, yeah, yeah. Race called life. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm grinding 'cause I know that I'm gon' get it. I just gotta have vision, keep faith and be humble. Have some patience with it. I've been A1 since day one, and always on my job. I never been a fake, never had to steal and rob, 'cause I do good business, I'm too good with it. And even though I'm on this road, I'm still daddy to my children. You know I do good with them, and don't like being missing. But I hate when my bills are thicker and my pockets get thinner. But I can't stress up on the dumb shit, 'cause God is gonna make a way. I keep going and keep my faith in my pace, so I can win this race. Win this race called life. This race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. This race called life, yeah. Race called life. I'm just trying to win this race called life, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I keep on running in this race called life, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I won't come in last place in life, no. I'm just trying to win this race called life. This race called life. Girl, I just gotta win this race called life.
See, that's a very good place for you in the depths of hell, because for some reason you have a very bad obsession of getting us into war. Hey, why is it that you did not admit that there were no WMDs in Iraq? You lied us into a war in Iraq. You got us into an invasion in Afghanistan. Now over 90% of those people are impoverished and are dying. Why should tell the truth about Nord Stream? Why did we destroy Nord Stream? We're leaving millions of Germans without energy. You have a knack of getting us into war. People like you should be arrested. You are a war criminal.
Hey, Congresswoman, I came to see a warmonger, but you're a sad old drunk. What happened? When you went to Taiwan, were you looking for Ukraine? Did we blow up the Nord Stream on accident or on purpose? Did you know about that? Aren't you supposed to be part of the indictment tomorrow? You're a war criminal by definition, Miss Pelosi. You got some nerve. Is that why you're here in Manhattan? Is that why you're here? Because you're getting indicted tomorrow, you goddamn war criminal? How many people have died in your fucking name?
Pelosi, that's a very good place for you in the depths of hell, because for some reason you have a very bad obsession of getting us into war. Hey, why is it that you did not admit that there were no WMDs in Iraq? You lied us into a war in Iraq. You got us into an invasion of Afghanistan. Now over 90% of those people are impoverished and are dying. Why don't you tell the truth about Nord Stream? Why did we destroy Nord Stream? We're leaving millions of Germans without energy. You have a knack of getting us into war.
Okay, let me pause this real quick. I apologize, y'all. My sound wasn't working for a couple minutes. Had to figure that out. What we have here, the title of this episode is called, start back from the beginning. Nancy Pelosi insulted and humiliated at NYC event. You're a sad old drunk, one of the protesters called her. And I'm gonna go ahead and play this video again from the beginning and give it my commentary and catch you guys up and let y'all know what's been going on, because shit's been wild out here, man. Shit's been wild. Bring myself up on the camera so everybody can see me how y'all doing. Glasses all crooked and shit. I'm on my Steve Urkel. You feel me? Don't mind me. Let me get this back on the screen, and here we go.
You should be arrested. You are a war criminal.
Hey, Congresswoman! I came to see a warmonger, but you're a sad old drunk.
Get out.
What happened?
Get out.
When you went to Taiwan, were you looking for Ukraine? Did we blow up the Nord Stream on accident or on purpose? Did you know about that? Aren't you supposed to be part of the indictment tomorrow? You're a war criminal.
Hey, the shit funny because dude says, I came here to see a warmonger and you're nothing but a sad old drunk. If you know anything about the history of the American politicians, you know, every president that's been out is actually a war criminal, according to Nuremberg standards. You know, what we do is invade sovereign nations for their natural resources. And everybody isn't turning a blind eye to it. You know, everybody isn't corrupted by our propaganda and brainwashed. So, you know, there are people speaking up against it. Nobody's doing anything about it, though. You know, who would challenge the United States? You feel me? Who would dare do that? You know, and risk being called a terrorist and, you know, blown off the face of the earth, because that's all that's gonna happen to your ass. We get into this little slideshow. Only got a couple slides, man. It's gonna be a real quick episode today. Nancy Pelosi insulted and humiliated at NYC event. You're a sad old drunk, as you just saw. They was going in on her, and this is actually how we should treat all politicians when they come into the public. Anybody who's corrupt, anytime you're in public, you should be heckled. You know what I'm saying? The sad thing is that these people were removed when they're actually the fucking heroes. You know what? Let me play this one more time. These people are heroes. And I wish I could see a politician like Nancy Pelosi or Donald Trump or Joe Biden or any of them, because this is exactly how I'm going to do them. Obama, let me see you in public, man. I'm letting you have it, man. You feel me? I'm going to do you just like this. So.
See, that's a very good place for you in the depths of hell, because for some reason you have a very bad obsession of getting us into war. Hey, why is it that you did not admit that there were no WMDs in Iraq?
Now, he just hit her with a really good question, y'all. He just asked her, how come you didn't tell us the truth that there were no WMDs in Iraq? Because George Bush lied us into the Iraq war. Whether you know that or not, you know, that's the fact of the matter. You know what I'm saying? If you still believe in the propaganda, even though the truth has come out, you know, every newspaper and media source has already spoken on this. The shit's funny because it's like, why isn't George Bush heckled when he comes out in public? You know, we should be doing him the exact same way. I think really it's because they screen the people who come to these events. You know what I'm saying? That whole social credit score that my homie Sean be talking about is coming to America now. So I think they make sure that, you know, your brain is filled with a bunch of bullshit before you even get in the room. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he asks, "Why haven't you told us that there were WMDs and there were no WMDs in Iraq?" And here's a video clip
Pelosi,
of her right here admitting that she knew the whole time George Bush was lying about Iraq and knew that there were no weapons of mass destruction. Here we
you
go.
resisted calls for the impeachment of President Bush in 2006 and President Trump following the Mueller report earlier this year. This time is different. Why did you oppose impeachment in the past? And what is your obligation to protect our democracy from the actions of our president now?
Thank you. Thank you for bringing up the question about, because when I became Speaker the first time, there was overwhelming call for me to impeach President Bush on the strength of the war in Iraq, which I vehemently opposed. And again, I say again, I said it other places. That was my wheelhouse. I was intelligence. I was a ranking member on the Intelligence Committee, even before I became part of the leadership of Gang of Four. So I knew there were no nuclear weapons in Iraq. It just wasn't there. They had to show us. They had to show the Gang of.
Why didn't you tell the American people that George Bush was lying his way into a war? We invaded a country and millions of people died. We blew the whole country up. Sent troops over there, lost American troops. On top of that, lost American dollars. Had to pay these motherfuckers for the damage we did just so that way they can rebuild their own country. The reason she didn't tell the truth was because she was part of the lie. Everybody knew that there was no weapons of mass destruction. The whole plan was to go in there and steal the natural resources of Iraq. Let's keep it moving.
For all the intelligence they had, the intelligence did not show that that was the case. So I knew it was a misrepresentation to the public. But having said that,
you're a misrepresentation to the public. You didn't say anything. You're complicit. Let's keep it moving.
It was in my view, not a ground for impeachment. They won the election. They made a
And the question is, why does she impose impeachment in the past? Because she imposed impeachment of Donald Trump on this shit. Of George Bush, even though this issue was way more serious than some Stormy Daniels payout. This guy lied us into a war, killed American citizens, was over there killing people left and right, innocent people. And these people should be held accountable. We don't care. We know why you didn't support impeachment in the past, because you were complicit in it. So, why hold him accountable? Shit like that. You're probably thinking, hey, if he goes down for it, eventually I'm going to get in trouble for my role. And you're absolutely right. This is one big club and you guys ain't in it. We not in it. So they going to keep doing this shit. And that's why podcasts like this are important. Let me go ahead and let us see what else she has to say about this.
Representation. And to this day, people think that that it was the right thing to do. If people think that Iraq had something to do with 9/11.
And it didn't. It wasn't the right thing to do, and Iraq didn't have anything to do with 9/11. Let's keep it moving.
I mean, it's appalling what they did. But I did, and I said, if somebody wants to make a case, you bring it forward. But
if somebody wants to sue me for it or prosecute me, bring it forward. Hey, she's admitting that she knows like this is prosecutable. But they got Trump in jail for a fucking porn star payout. This shit's fucking ludicrous. And I'm not even here to defend the guy. I just wish, we actually held politicians accountable for the shit that mattered. Not dumb shit. Not the dumb shit. Okay? And let's not get it confused. There hasn't been a president yet that wasn't a war criminal. You feel me? There hasn't been a president yet that wasn't complicit. The only president who really didn't go along with the whole military industrial complex agenda? I'll show you actually who didn't. You see the guy on the end right there? Now, he ran on ending the wars. Now, that's something that he didn't do. So that was another campaign lie that Donald Trump told. He had everybody amped up like he was going to end these wars, and he didn't. But one thing that I can accredit to the guy is that he didn't ramp them up and he didn't start new ones. You feel me? Um, and as you see, the who's got the longest list? Obama, man. They ran so much shit down our throat under Obama's watch because they knew that, black people were in support of him, and anybody who dared challenge anything that he had to say or anything that he had going on, we would label him a racist without even actually critically looking at the information. That's what we did. Sad day. Sad day. Now let me go ahead and let this video finish.
You lied us into a war in Iraq. You got us into an invasion of Afghanistan. Now over 90% of those people are impoverished and are dying. Why should tell the truth about Nord Stream? Why did we destroy Nord Stream? We're leaving millions of Germans without energy.
Yep, and now he's asking about the Nord Stream pipeline. I didn't bring up any slides on the Nord Stream pipeline. I should have brought up a clip of Joe Biden talking about how, by any means necessary, we would do anything in our power to destroy it if Russia ever invaded Ukraine. Now the pipeline's blown up, and we're looking around like hoping nobody thinks it's us, but it's obvious. We all know who did it. Let's keep it moving.
You have a knack for getting us into war. People like you should be arrested. You are a war criminal.
Hey, Congresswoman, I came to see a warmonger, but you're a sad old drunk.
Hey, and I'm not gonna lie, he had the best motherfucking punchline out of all of them. He said, "I came to see a warmonger, and you're nothing but a sad old drunk." Like, he flamed her ass. Dude, funny right there. This the black dude. Everybody else, all the other activists that were standing up and protesting were white people. So this was the only black guy that was there. And it's funny, he had the funniest
What
line.
happened? When you went to Taiwan, were you looking for Ukraine? Did we blow up the Nord Stream on accident or on purpose? Did you know about that? Aren't you supposed to be part of the indictment tomorrow? You're a war criminal by definition, Miss Pelosi. You got some nerve. Is that why you're here in Manhattan?
And they have the black guy take the black guy out. It looks bad if you have a white guy drag a black guy out when he's actively expressing his voice and concern about issues like this. Let's keep it moving.
Manhattan? Is that why you're here? Because you're getting indicted tomorrow, you goddamn war criminal? How many people have died in your fucking name?
See, that's a very good place for you in the depths of hell because for some reason you have a very bad.
Okay, wow, my sound was muted. I was just ending the podcast, came back to the screen and realized my shit was muted. Anyway, what I was saying is that I'm about to end out. This is what real heroes look like. When you see these politicians in public, you should heckle them. These people are criminals all across the board. It's not just Republicans, it's not just Democrats. And if you're involved in this gangbang politics where, like, you know, you're oblivious to any corruption that the political party you may support is doing, you are part of the problem as well. Okay? If you're not holding your people accountable, then what good are you? You see what I'm saying? What good are you? We can't take you serious. Nothing you say is of value, you know what I'm saying? And everything you say has to be taken with a grain of salt at that point because we know you biased. You know what I'm saying? We got to call this shit. We got to call this shit down the middle. Okay, I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a great week. And
See, that's a very good place for you in the depths of hell because for some reason you have a very. See, that's a very good place for you in the depths of hell because for some reason you have a very bad obsession of getting us into war. Hey, why is it that you did not admit that there were no WMDs in Iraq? You lied us into a war in Iraq. You got us into an invasion of Afghanistan. Now over 90% of those people are impoverished and are dying. Why don't you tell the truth about Nord Stream? Why?
90% of the people of Iraq are impoverished and dying. And that's a fact. And we did that to them. You know, and these people in the crowd are booing. You know, hey, they're Democrats. They love war. They love corruption. You know, they love their people not being held accountable. So that's what the fuck they're going to do. I wish I was there, man.
We destroy Nord Stream. We're leaving millions of Germans without energy. You have a knack for getting us into war. People like you should be arrested. You are a war criminal.
Hey, Congresswoman, I came to see a warmonger, but you're a sad old drunk. What happened? When you went to Taiwan, were you looking for Ukraine? Did we blow up the Nord Stream on accident or on purpose? Did you know about that? Aren't you supposed to be part of the indictment tomorrow? You're a war criminal by definition, Miss Pelosi. You got some nerve. Is that why you're here in Manhattan? Is that why you're here? Because you're getting indicted tomorrow, you goddamn war criminal? How many people have died in your fucking name?
All right, you guys have a great weekend. I think I'm gonna go live. I got a podcast on this Ohio chemical spill and how 7 out of 15 of the EPA people that they sent out to test the water and the air and shit end up getting sick as fuck. So check me out in like 30 minutes. I'm gonna bring that news to you and show y'all the news clips from that. Y'all have a good weekend. Love y'all.